What's going on, guys? So real quick, it's a different type video. It's gonna be real short, just something I want to touch on. Mostly on my personal Facebook, I see people complain every day, man. People I've known for years and years complain about their life, complain about their work, complain about their situation, or whatever, complain about all kinds of shit. If you have these problems that you feel like you need to sit and complain all the time, then you need to do something about it. If your job sucks, find another job. Find a way to make your job better. I mean, if your life is in a place that you don't like, then change it. Take the necessary steps to do these things. Everybody goes through hard times. Everybody has issues. And I'm guilty as anyone, worse than anyone, about getting mad and pitching a fit and because of hard times. I mean, I get frustrated with it, but I have found ways to deal with these things, and I have come to realize that only I can change my situation. Only I can change my family situation. You know, everything for us right now is starting to look up, but that's because we have toughed out the hard times, and we have found ways to deal with the hard times. We found ways around the hard times. And now, finally, it seems like things are looking up. And it's only because that me and my wife have done what we had to do for our kids, you know, and for our family. And sometimes when you do this and you want to change your situation to better your life or better yourself, you have to do things you don't want to do, and you have to put up with shit you don't want to put up with. And you know, there's no reason to sit and complain about it, because sitting around and bitching and complaining, it does nothing but drag you down farther, and it does nothing but dig your hole deeper. Talking does nothing. Action is action is what you need to make your life changes, to make your situation better. And I've been through a lot, man. I'm not saying I had no terrible life or anything like that, because I had a good childhood for the most part. I mean, let's rephrase. I had a really good childhood. There was things that happened when I was a kid that I knew wasn't right. I seen things, and but I learned to deal with it. And unfortunately, for the situation I'm thinking of, at this point in my life, I'm okay with that situation, and I shouldn't be, but I am, because there's nothing I can do about it. So I let it ride, and you find ways to deal with things. You find ways to cope with problems that bother you. Or it's just, when someone sits and complains all the time, I have no pity for those people. There are people that can't change their situation. Yes, there are circumstances that are out of your control, out of my control, and I'll never be able to stop and change certain things. I know that. But I will find a way to deal with it, and I'll find a way to make it as right as I possibly can, depending on the situation and how it needs to be handled. And that goes for anybody. It's the best thing to do is just to keep your head up, try to process the situations, try to, sometimes some of you guys that are going to be watching this are going to be younger, and you're not in a position right now that you can change it. But you have to, though. And you might have to wait it out. It might take years, because trust me, for instance, for you guys that don't know my history, my personal background, and most of you guys don't. There's only one or two of you guys that actually do know me on a personal level. And I've been through everything from I was adopted as a baby, not knowing my biological family, that kind of messes with you when you're a child. And it messed with me a lot. And then I have a disease, I have muscular dystrophy. It's a disease, but I don't usually call it that, but either way, that's what it is. And that causes muscle degeneration. It causes chronic pain. It causes causes issues, So, but I've learned to deal with that. I've learned to cope with that. I've got past it. It doesn't bother me. You know, it bothers me in a sense of it does cause me some physical issues occasionally, but nothing I can't handle, because I'm bigger than that and I'm stronger than that, and so are most people. But you know, so that, and this is something that, you know, I hope you guys look at it for what it is and where I'm at in life now. But you know, I've been through drug addiction, and all those things. I have, my parents got divorced. You know, there's just so much shit, man, that I've been through that you guys don't know about, and I can do videos on these. You know, I don't care to tell you guys about it, but only myself and my family, with the help of God, can keep these situations under control. You know, the whole deal with the addiction was 11 years of that shit, man. 11 years I went through every single day dealing with this addiction that was terrible. I mean, rampant. And I was bad. I was not a good person. And so for almost 5 years now, December will be 5 years that I've been clean. But I changed my situation. I knew it was time. I prayed about it for years. One day, finally, I was praying, and it was like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was like something, like I heard something that said, okay, it's time. It's done. It's time to do something about it. And so I did. I went to my family. I was like, listen, here's what's up. You know, they already knew I was having these issues, but they knew they couldn't do anything about it. They did their best. I fought with them. I did so much bad shit, and they stuck with me. And because of God and my family, I am still to this day clean, and my situation is improving. You know, you have to do things yourself. You can't wait on people to do it for you. You can't expect it just to fall into your lap, because it doesn't work that way. Life is not that way. And to be honest with you, the way people are nowadays, nobody cares about you as much as you will. That's what I'm trying to say. People care, but a lot of people don't want to take the time out to help anybody else anymore. You have to do it yourself. If your situation's bad, you get off your ass and you make changes. Yeah, there's going to be people along the way that help you a little bit here and there, but not to change your situation. They're just going to help you get by your situation. Guys, it's hard to talk to people about things because so many people criticize nowadays, and so many people judge for everything. Everybody is just out to mess with somebody and to ridicule somebody anymore. And you know, you got to learn to not worry about it. You got to learn to let it go. I could care less what anybody thinks about me. I don't talk about these things because honestly, it's nobody's business. But when I put it out there, I make it their business. And I make it their business hoping that it will open eyes, or hoping that it will maybe help somebody else, maybe give somebody some insight to their problem. You know, I don't have any answers, and I barely had my own answers until recently. But the person that I have become, and am still becoming lately especially, I like this person. This person has got to where I'm open about almost everything. There's not much I keep a secret anymore. And this person don't take any shit either. This person is going to hear you complain once or twice, and I'm going to tell you shut your mouth, and I'm going to either change your situation or stop complaining about it. You have to do things on your own. You have to, every bad situation in your life, if it's something you can't help, you have to learn to cope with it. That means you have to find a way to make it okay enough to handle, because you can't let bad situations stop everything you have going in life. If that was the case, I'd have given up a long time ago. You know, there's probably a time that I shouldn't have even been here. And had I not stopped what I was doing when I did, I probably wouldn't be here right now. As a matter of fact, I know I wouldn't. And guys, just try to understand that if you have problems, sorry, I'm sitting around in front of a busy road and I'm watching all the traffic while I talk to you guys. If you have issues that you don't like about your life, or that you are or that you don't know how to deal with, if you're not comfortable talking to people, if prayer, if you're not religious, if those things don't work for you, then you have to find other ways to handle it. You know, myself, I turn to when I have problems I don't know what to handle, I do my best to try to talk to my wife about it. And my wife and oh, I don't know what the heck that was, but I thought somebody was having a wreck. My wife and God, you know, that's it. Because of God letting me come through those things, it still took me a couple years to get my shit together. But I did it, and everything is getting better because my wife and myself are taking action to change our situation because we know it needs to improve. Okay? You just understand, guys, if you're going through situations and you have nobody to talk to, there's somebody somewhere. This channel, these comments are always open. Most of you guys know how to get a hold of me in other ways. My social media, my PlayStation Messenger, for you guys that are here from the Big Country J channel. I mean, you got Instagram, you got Facebook. I'll link all my personal stuff in the description, and I'm here, guys. You know, I don't have all the answers, but I do know that bad situations in your personal life can only be changed if you change them. They can't be changed because other people are going to do it for you, because they're not going to. Nobody's going to change your situation for you. And you have to do it, no matter what you fall back on, whether it's you know, family or God or whatever your situation is. Those are my two go-tos. My family and God, man, that's it for me. And because of those things in my support system, that's my support system. I'm able to improve my life. I'm able to progress in life because of that. And you guys got to find the same thing. Like I said, I don't have all the answers, and I'm not trying to say that everybody's situation is maintainable or is curable, because it's not. But there is ways to deal with everything in life. Yes, things are going to happen. Yes, shitty things are going to happen, and you're going to have pain, and you're going to hurt, and you're going to be sad sometimes, and sometimes you're going to be mad, and sometimes you're going to be happy, and I feel all those things often, but I deal with these things, and I find ways to cope with them the best I can. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I blow up and scream and yell at everybody, and sometimes I'm just a straight out asshole. But then I turn around and I apologize and I try to make the situation right, because it's my job to change that. Anyway, guys, just keep your head up, man. I'm gonna tell you, my situation's looking up finally, mine and my family's, and I couldn't be more thankful that God pulled me through everything He has. And if you guys want to know more about the details of these different situations, let me know in the comments, and I'll do some videos, man. If I thought for 1 second me putting my story out there or doing something like that, telling you guys about some stuff, would help somebody's situation, I'm down for it, man. Let me know in the comments. I love you guys. You guys have been a big support system for me too. But I'll talk to you guys later.